Good afternoon, everybody. It's me again, back with another video. Today, we're gonna do a top 5 things that I like about this back right here. Let's get into it. Real simple. Okay, yeah, a little bit of particular order. All right, as I was saying, top 5 things I like about the bike. We're gonna start at 5 and work our way up. Number 5 is, I guess, what I'll call the ease of use, because it encompasses a few different things. Let me explain. By ease of use, I mean how easy it is to start on this particular bike, as it is my first bike. So how easy this bike is to ride and begin to learn on is one reason why I really like this bike. And with riding the bike, it's easy because it's a light bike for a cruiser. It doesn't have a crazy amount of power. It has enough power to get you around people. And you can get out of difficult and tight spaces, which is definitely something that is very confidence inspiring, and you want to know that you'll be able to do that at any given moment, given the circumstances that you might need to. And leaning it, turning it, low speed maneuvers, they're all really no big deal on the bike, especially once you get used to it. Because I would not say that it's the most easy to maneuver bike ever. Just not. It's a big middleweight cruiser, so it's just not going to be the most maneuverable. But having it be not a bagger, or I guess you'd say like full-size cruiser, I guess. It's not so heavy that it's going to be just a burden to move around in a parking lot or in tight spaces, and you can actually still lean it over a decent amount. Not super far, but it's still doable. You can still have fun on mountain roads. Number 4. I love the design of the bike. I like that Kawasaki went with, I guess some would say, knockoff Harley style, but with the fat rear tire, skinny front tire, just the custom look. Even with this windshield, which I'll admit is pretty nice, but at the same time I kind of wish I would be getting hit with more air right now, being it's summer and it's hot as hell. The colors especially, I love the green and the green accents on the black rims. That's really sweet. And the blacked out engine, pretty much blacked out everything except for the handlebars, the accent around the light, and the turn signals, and the mirror. But everything else is blacked out, and I wish they would have blacked out everything. But regardless, it still looks really good, and it has that custom look already without even being touched. Number 3, right? 3, yeah, 3. The fact that I've seen 2 of these bikes so far in my neighborhood, surrounding neighborhood, blah blah blah. Only 2, and that's with a very large and dense population of people on cruisers. I like that I don't see this exact model in particular. I haven't seen, and I like that. I don't want to have the same bike or same even model of people around me. You know, I want to have something different, which is awesome. And I like that. Going along with the looks, I can customize it even more and make it even more my own. I enjoy not matching other people. I like, you know, I mean, there's plenty of bikes that I see a lot of, like Sportsters, that I like. I like those bikes. But having something that really not many other people, if any, around me have, just makes it that much more special and more unique. And it goes along with, whenever someone sees my bike, they know it's just that. It's my bike. It's me on the bike. And so it's recognizable. Which, I mean, doesn't really matter a whole lot, except that it's kind of nice to have people know or recognize you. You know, like, oh, hey, there's Colin on his bike, because no one else fucking has the bike. You know, uniqueness is really important, and it makes riding just that much more up to the individual, and makes it more your own, which I totally support. Numero dos. I love the price on these bikes. I love that it's not an outrageous, stupid, ridiculous price. I love that they're affordable. That is awesome. I'm so happy about that. Not because I bought one. Well, okay, that's part of it. But also because they're not so inflated like some other manufacturers. Despite there not being a whole lot of them, they're not a ridiculously stupid price that only people who've saved up a nest egg can afford to purchase it into the brand, which in my mind just makes sense, because why make it difficult for people to buy your stuff? Just doesn't make business sense. These bikes start, I believe, 2017 or 2018 new. I believe the custom is like 7,500, 8 grand, maybe more if you get the ABS model. But having a good price on a well-made bike that really provides you everything you need, especially for a starter bike. I mean, I got this thing used at a very decent price for having only, what was it, 4,500 miles on it, which is nothing. That's awesome. Finally, we've got number one. Number one reason why I like this bike is because it is my first bike. Let me explain that. That doesn't just mean that you have blind love for your first bike. It means that for everything this bike does well and does not do well, and I'll talk about what it doesn't do well in the next video. This bike, overall, it has enough power, it's easy enough to use, to get used to riding, and you can learn to ride it semi-aggressively, really any way you want. It's possible to customize it, more than possible. It's not very hard to customize it at all. It's got style that makes it different from other bikes, and it's not an obvious beginner bike. It's not something you'd see like it's not specifically made for a beginner bike market. It's not like Harley Street 500 or a Honda Rebel 300 or 500, whatever. It's an in-between kind of deal, and it's a fun bike to ride. You know, you can push it pretty hard and not worry that you're gonna screw up or that you won't be able to correct any mistakes. It's enjoyable, it's fast enough, you know, it's not gonna be breaking any land speed records ever, no matter what you do to it. But it's not boring to ride, and so far I don't have any desire to have another bike or buy another bike other than an entirely different genre of bike altogether, which is not this bike's fault. It's just other interests that I have. And that's really all there is to it. I am super satisfied with this bike. I think it was a phenomenal purchase for a first bike, and I can see myself having fun on it for quite some time. That's going to be it for this video, though. Stay tuned for the next video where I talk about the five things that I actually dislike about this bike. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, the whole nine, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.